This is how you make the most of your first visit to New York. Now, one of my favorite tips for seeing the Statue of Liberty is taking the Staten Island ferry, where you get to go so close to the Statue of Liberty, and it's all free. It goes from Statue Island to the Battery in New York. And now we're in Manhattan, which is where you'll spend most of your time here when you're in New York. When you get off the Staten Island ferry, you're gonna get off at the Battery. And if you don't go on the ferry, that's where you should start your day anyways, because it's right at the most southern point of Manhattan, and then you just go north from there and see the whole city. From there, you're in the financial district, and you're gonna walk up Broadway Street, and now we got to Wall Street. There's not really much to do on this street. You can see the New York Stock Exchange. The street itself, there's nothing special to see here. On September 11, 2001, a plane crashed into a building and destroyed two buildings known as the Twin Towers. And they were at this site right here behind me, which is where the memorial is. And it shows the names of over 3,000 people that died due to this event. This is a really tragic event that shocked a lot of people, and it also changed the world in a major way. Now we're on the Brooklyn Bridge, one of the most heavily over-designed bridges in the world. And it's another one of New York's most popular attractions. It's a Thursday here, so it's not as busy as it usually is, like on a weekend. And you can actually get by normally through the crowds. The crowds aren't as big as you would see if it's like a Saturday or Sunday. Now we're making our way into the first food spot of the day, which is the world famous Ivan Ramen. The owner, Ivan, is an American who moved to Tokyo and fell in love with ramen, so he opened up a ramen restaurant there, which became really popular. But then eventually he shut it down and moved to New York City, where he opened one up right here. And this is the one we're gonna be trying. It's supposed to be one of the best ramens in the world, so let's go give it a try, see how it ranks. Both Katya and I really love ramen. We got some amazing one in Chicago, also some good ones in Toronto. So let's see where this ranks among those, and let's see where it ranks among the best food in New York City as well. Wow, that was honestly such an amazing bowl of ramen. I loved every bit of it. It was so good. I have to say though, it's probably the second best ramen I've had. The one at High Five Ramen in Chicago was probably my favorite. But still, the ramen was so fantastic from there. Now we're here in Soho and we're waiting for a Revel, which is like an Uber taxi, but you get to ride in a blue Tesla, and it's gonna take us to Little Island, which is another hidden gem that we're about to show you. They're also cheaper than Ubers, and if you download the app, you get a $10 discount code. The car ended up being a Kia, not a Tesla. I think it might have been the only one, so I guess we kind of got ripped off there, but it is what it is. All the other Revels we saw were Teslas. Now we made it to Little Island, a nice little hidden gem here, and it's actually really nice. It's basically exactly what the name says it is, just a little island. There's like a bar here and just nice views of the whole city.
Little Island is such a nice spot. It's a hidden gem within the city where you can just have a picnic, relax, and just escape everything.
Now we're back at the Starbucks Reserve Roastery like we were in Chicago. This one's not as big, that one's the world's biggest, but this one's still so cool. It looks amazing inside, and it's also pumpkin spice season now. There's also cool coffees you can get here from all over the world, like Malawi, Costa Rica, Puerto Rico, and you also can watch them make the coffee. They have pizzas here. It's just a really cool experience, and the Starbucks Reserve Roasteries are always so cool. There's only 6 of these around the world. The first one was in Seattle, obviously, the birthplace of Starbucks, and then the rest are in Milan, Shanghai, Tokyo, New York, and Chicago. What did you get?
I got a iced chai latte with pumpkin spice and a pumpkin spice latte with whiskey aged coffee, I think.
Ah, 2 for yourself. Nice. Last time we went to New York, we ate here at Los Tacos #1. Now we're back having the best tacos in New York again. These are really cool. There's 4 different tacos you can get. It's like pork, steak, chicken, and cactus. All of them taste really good, and they're all about $5. Time to try some really good tacos. We got the cactus, chicken, and steak.
Cactus is very good.
Those tacos, so insane. They definitely deserve the #1 that they put in their name. What do you think, Katya? Better or worse than Ivan Ramen? Where do you think it's
definitely better? I love those tacos so much. The cactus is such an interesting flavor. I don't think I would have expected it to taste like that.
Yeah, the steak and the chicken, so amazing. Pretty close between the tacos and the ramen, but there's some more really good food to try in New York still. So we're gonna try them all and see which one is the best. Andrew Huberman always says after a meal, you gotta go for a walk. So now we're gonna be heading up to the High Line. And we're gonna be going right up there soon. And now we went right up top to the High Line. There's access to it right beside Chelsea Market, and it's just like a nice little walkway right through the city. This behind me right here is the vessel. You used to be able to go in for free and go all the way to the top and just have great views of the New York. But now it's been permanently closed for a while now, and I'm not sure how long it's gonna be closed still. But hopefully sometime soon you'll be able to go to the top again, because the views from there are really amazing. On the other side of the vessel is Hudson Yards, which is a mall. It's a nice little bougie mall. But we're not here to go shopping. We're here to do something much, much cooler. This is why we're here. The views from the top are absolutely insane. You get amazing views of the entire city. How crazy.
So nice.
Are definitely the coolest part of New York. I think the Edge is the best one because you get an outdoor observation deck and it's just amazing. We're staying in New Jersey and we just made it back using the NJ Transit train from Penn Station, and we're ready for another day tomorrow. So we're taking the metro up to Central Park, and just some tips when using the subway. There's a lot of lines that you can take, some numbered lines and some lettered lines. When you go up, you can use one metro card for up to 4 people. And make sure you're taking the right line, because some of them are express, like the A and D trains are express, and some of them are local, so the express lines won't stop at every single stop. Next day, we're starting it off right here at Central Park. Massive park in the middle of New York City. And we're just gonna be walking around, seeing what's fun here. But there's like nice ponds here you can walk on, and just a nice path, just more of a chill path to go on.
There's also a few movie locations that you can look at, like the Home Alone.
Madagascar, and Madagascar 2. Also, when you're in the park, and this also happens at Times Square, there's a bunch of monks that just try to sell you. First they pretend it's free, but then they make you pay for it. Central Park is just a nice little park to walk around. There's a bunch of things you can do here, like go to the Central Park Zoo, have a picnic, and just walk this amazing park. But now the road just east of Central Park is 5th Avenue, and we're gonna be going on it. And it's regarded as the most expensive street in the world. When you're on here, you can easily tell why. This street always gets so busy though, and you're just walking in between crowds and crowds. But you can walk into a bunch of the stores, check them out, have some fun trying things on. Just off of 5th Avenue, you have Rockefeller Center. There's nothing really much here. You got a roller rink, and then also Top of the Rock is here, where you can see the observatory. But in the winter, it's a lot more popular. You have the famous Christmas tree here, and also just a nice skating rink. the last time we were in New York, we tried Magnolia's Bakery and had one of the best desserts ever, the banana pudding. So we're gonna go get some of that again. And thank me later after you try it. Now it's time to try the banana pudding again. And we also got a pumpkin spice one because it's pumpkin spice season. Which one's better?
Banana.
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 Banana. Pumpkin spice.
I'm gonna say banana too. Getting off 5th Avenue, we walked into Bryant Park, and it's just a beautiful little park with a nice area. You can sit, get some food, sit down, chill, eat a hot dog. And now another thing you need to do is try a New York City slice of pizza. And we're going to one of the most popular places right now called Joe's Pizza. It's just off of Broadway, and let's give it a shot. See where it ranks in our food rankings of NYC. Will it be better than the tacos? When there's a great pizza, there's a great line right behind it. We're at the Broadway location right now, which is the most busy one, most likely, because it's right by Times Square. The original one is in Greenwich, but let's see what this pizza is gonna taste like. All right, so here we got our slice right here. You just fold it up. Pepperonis look good, a bit oily. All right, now after that amazing pizza, it's time to rate all our favorite New York City foods. So I'm gonna go in last, but this is definitely not the least because I love this as well. It's Magnolia's Bakery, the banana pudding. It was so good, but all the food we had was so good, so something has to be last, and that's just what's last. Then in third, I'm gonna have to go with Ivan Ramen. Such good ramen. I really loved it. It's gonna be in third place. Then in second, I'm gonna go with Joe's Pizza. Honestly, love that pizza. It was so good. And then in first though, we have Los Tacos #1. Amazing tacos. If you're going to New York, you can't miss these. These are just so good.
Honestly, I 100% agree with everything. I think Magnolia's, even though it was amazing, it had to be 4. Nothing beats Los Tacos. Los Tacos, Cactus Tacos, amazing.
The carne asadas are amazing. The steak tacos, those are so good. I would get that every single time here. And then this right here is Times Square. We're just gonna be walking in massive crowds the entire time, but you get to see all these billboards around. The best way to end off the night, maybe other than the Edge, is by heading to a beautiful rooftop bar here in NYC, and that's exactly what we're doing now.
New York has the best rooftop bars and clubs. Just such a nice way to end the day and just have a good time.
Let's clink our shared drink. A good time in NYC. And that's how you have an amazing first trip to New York City. Please like and subscribe because it really helps me out, and I'll see you again in the next one.